Hello everyone and welcome to highlights of this Vanarama National League South clash between Welling United and Bar City from the J. Herndon Skip Hire Community Stadium. It's 32 degrees in Kent, which will be a severe test on both sets of players. Bar City arrive here on red-hot form. It's 4 wins in 5 and the Romans have scored in every game this term. The mood in the camp is positive as they look to extend this run ahead of a 2-week break from league action. Welling's mini-revival ended at Worthing on Tuesday night, where the Wings eventually succumbed to 2 second-half goals against a side Danny Blore claimed could be potential champions. It was their first defeat in 4, and while defensively they've tightened up since the opening 45 minutes at Truro, where they conceded 5 of their 13 this term, scoring goals has proven troublesome. Just 7 this term is the joint second lowest in the league. Bar City fielded the exact same 16 from Tuesday's draw at Truro. Jack Batten travelled, but is not in the squad. City are 1 goal away from 400 under Jerry Gill. Welling have made 1 alteration. Alex McAllister is in for 17-year-old forward David Kamara. They've used 151 players in 3 years, and this is Jerry Gill's 6th visit here as a manager. In all 6, he's been faced by a different opposition boss. Commentary for this game is provided by Bar City Radio's Matt Francis and Mark Stone. Referee Rob Ablett checks his watch and blows his whistle and gets the game underway as Russ sends it to the right-hand side for Cook, who heads it for Wilson. He's beaten to it from Green. Looking for options in front, squares it to Birchall, central defensive partner. He's immediately closed down from Wilson, wide of the penalty area. Wilson needs bodies in the middle. It's a dinked cross and it's well held from Winterbottom. It's now Green again, approaching halfway on a good dazzling run forward. He's got away from Smith. Knocks it out to White on the left. He does keep it in play. Face from Rains. Still White. Cutting inside, getting into a shooting position, but it's brilliantly charged down. The Bar City right back and bounces all the way to Cook. Near halfway. Wilson's got to hold his line, which he does smartly. He's now going to get there before Birchall. Thomas is charging his way into the box. Still Wilson near the byline. Wilson, well, probably a shot actually at the near post, which Winterbottom was a bit startled by. He manages to bat it away. White cast on his right hand. Now Papadopoulos over to the right to Vaughan, face from Greenslade. Looking for options on the right-hand side. He's clever turn away from Tanga. He's got away from Thomas. Squares it back now. It's a chance for Papadopoulos. Couldn't get a shot away, but White might. He does, and he puts it out the ground. Now over to the right-hand side with Papadopoulos. He's got White in front of him. Instead, he's gone to his right with Tanga. Tanga caresses the ball, gets the ball into his left foot. It's a good ball into the middle. Important header away though from Dyer. Back to Odesanya, left-footed, hits it into the ground. And actually it bounced up a little bit difficult for Wright, but he manages to gather. Go back with Welling, with Papadopoulos. Squared inside to Odesanya, midway inside the City out, but plenty of room to roam. But instead he takes a shot, which comes back off Tom Smith.
A lot of space for those Welling players, as you pointed out, and whilst we're quite narrow, whilst Bath are quite narrow, Welling definitely like to switch the ball out, and that leaves a lot of pocket of spaces when Bath get exposed.
Looking to attack at the moment of the Romans with Clark, past halfway. He's got Cook on his right-hand side. Wilson's waiting in the middle. Thomas has made a late run as well. He's free at the time as Clark's ball in. Wilson with a flicked header. It's now to Thomas. Wider goal, miscontrolled. Oh, he's found the back of the net. An extraordinary angle. I don't know how Thomas somehow managed to find the space. He looked like he lost control initially. It thunders in off the underside of the bar, just crosses the line. Goalkeeper is helpless. In the 20th minute, it's Welling United 0, Bath City 1.
And that is some finish. We talk about players with confidence. Jordan Thomas there, looks like an impossible angle, and he's just smacked that in off the underside of the bar. What a goal.
Yeah, it felt like he was almost near the byline. It's one of those, I can't overly blame the goalkeeper. It was a hit it with so much venom. It absolutely zooms past him off the underside of the bar, and that's quite a way to mark the 400th goal in Jerry Gill's tenure. Welling fans, a little ripple of applause, how they got out of that slightly dangerous situation, but they're sluggish again as Wilson has nicked it off Vaughan now. Wilson eyes up a shot, does shoot, and he's ballooned it well out the ground. Back to Bird on halfway, who's been asked to drive forward from Vaughan, who's sitting in for him. Left from Papadopoulos, now Odesanya. They got Green on the left-hand side. It's a delightful move from Welling, and a ball into the middle, and it bypasses everybody, and it's going to go out of play for throwing. There was a slight touch in there from a Bar City defender, but Welling worked that really well. That was much better from the hosts. Smith has somehow won the ball back, still with those tissues up his nose, and that earlier knock with Odesanya's. Greenslade wins the ball. He's got Thomas in room on the left-hand side. Plays it in the back of heels of Wilson, who's brought... Oh, I thought he was brought down on the edge of the box. And Birchall, both players are hurt. The referee will have to stop the game. I think they've smashed knees into one another, but for me, I thought the Welling man caught him.
There's a couple of really heavy challenges in there. Danny Greenslade's feeling that.
But yeah, yellow card definitely was directed in the Welling dugout, and Jerry Gill receives one as well, which can hear has gone down well with those around him. In the 45th minute, the board's going to go up in a moment, but before that, Rob Ablett is having a few words with the Man City manager. And a few people maybe lost their cool in this searing heat. I didn't see too much, really. Neither manager had a go at one another, but the referee saw enough. 5 minutes or so, this half remaining with that time added on. City leading by a goal to 0. As Papadopoulos receives it around 30 yards on the inside. He goes for a really ambitious shot, which is never going to trouble Ollie Wright. It's quite busy. There's Green on the left, getting away from Clark. Now Green slips it behind. It's a clever flick. Now it's McAllister, wider goal. Parcell's got in his way. It's back. Now it's a cross or attempted shot maybe from Tanga. Whichever it wasn't particularly good. It's gone behind, goal kick. Last chance for Welling to attack with Tanga on the right-hand side. In behind to Lima. Good covering from Russ, who helps it away. And the referee says enough is enough, which I'm sure both sets of players are thoroughly grateful for. It's Bar City who are better off into the interval. They lead by a goal to 0. Scored from Jordan Thomas on 20 minutes. Crashed off the underside of the bar from a very difficult angle after a flick on from Scott Wilson and an initial cross from Ewan Clark. Aside from that, there hasn't been too much goalmouth action. Welling probably had a bit more of the ball, but with no real threat in the final third. Bar City have got a good shape about them, a decent organisation. They have the lead, which is important in a game like this. So Bar City leading by a goal to 0. Matt and Jerry Gill will be satisfied, I would have thought.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we spoke about the sort of opening 20 minutes before Jordan Thomas opens the scoring, and it wasn't ideal, and there were lots of things that would probably creeping in. The basics weren't quite there. But then the confidence goes a little bit.
Oh, I think Jerry Gill's been sent off, walking off the field, actually. It's interesting. I heard a big cheer. The referee brandishes a red card in the Bar City boss. He'll now have to watch the rest of this game from the main stand, and Bar City don't really have another senior figure in the dugout, so that might have an impact as Jerry Gill troops off to the dugout. I expect he'll be allowed to give a team talk, but that will be it, and he'll have a band coming up. Over to the right-hand side now to Tanga. Gets away from Thomas, running inside. Good ball in behind now to Lima. Lima face, shoots, save from Ollie Wright, and Rains is onto the follow-up before Papadopoulos gets it away. And Thomas instead has brought it down really well on the left-hand side. He could try and mount a counter for City. Over the top, looking for Cook. It's got too much on it, and it's through to Winterbottom. Welling's second shot on target. Smith, back to Clark. Cuts inside with ease of Papadopoulos. And to Russ, who's under pressure from Adesanya. Now Wilson. It's a good football from City. Back to Greenslade, who chips it towards the far post where Clark is there. Brings it under control. Clark near the byline, trying to get away from Green. Chips it. It's a good header away though from Bird. It's back out to Rains, who sort of half shaped up a shot. Saw the better option of Clark on the right, near the corner quadrant. Again, wants to get past Green. Onto his left, plays it back to Rains. A first-time delivery to the head of Thomas, who heads it back and over the angle of post and crossbar. But the build-up play from Bar City was really good.
Lovely clip ball, and you'd argue Jordan Thomas should maybe do a little bit better with that free header, but it's unlucky.
Russ has done so well to win the ball back off Lima. Now he's got Thomas away on the left-hand side, plays it smartly, back to Wilson on the edge of the box. He's got Clark in room. Wilson goes for a curler, and like Thomas a few moments ago, it's off target. It's City again, ready to make a change. Jordan Thomas, the goal scorer, will be making way, and Elliot Freer will be coming on. It's the 6th game in a row Jordan Thomas has been replaced. Maybe feeling the heat a bit.
At least 2 players further up, so it looks more like a 4.
Dom now has got in behind. A ball from White near the byline. He skipped away from Dyer now. Plays it across the middle, and Kamara wasn't there to tap it in. Greenslade is there to hammer it away. Now Tanga on the right, looking to run at Parcell. He's recovered from that earlier knock. Tanga does get a ball into the area. It's Adesanya's attempt has come back off range, I think rather unwittingly, but he's done enough to block, and that gives them the opportunity to make their second change. This is in the 73rd minute, and Cody Cook is going to make way, run himself into the grind, I think would be the phrase. He and Scott Wilson. Chris Lyons giving instructions. He's named as a substitute. I'll be very surprised if he comes on, although actually he'd be pretty handy in these circumstances. Instead, he's got direct proceedings. Freer takes the corner towards Dyer. It's now back with Hayfield. Tries to turn and get a shot where he can. Lima's taking it off him and can now try and start a mountain counter because Clark's missed his challenge. Ādesanya leading the move forward. Wellinger got Tanga in Kamara in oceans of space on the left-hand side. Ādesanya is still going. Smith has done well. Smith is penalised for a foul right on the edge of the box. Well, I thought they needed to do a foul earlier, really, to break down the counter. And Tom Smith is going to receive his 4th yellow card of the season. Green's free kick, left-footed towards the far post. Important header away from Dyer. Delivery, Wright comes out and takes it so well. There's a crowd around 8 shirts amongst him, and Wright too does dominate his box supremely well. Smith misses out in the midfield battle. He's on a yellow. He can't really do anything rash. There's now a Dom to Tanga. To Kamara near the edge of the box, back to Tanga, still Tanga, trying to fight his way through. He's put it out to the right side. Casarate's ball across, punched away from Wright, not to a Dom, but still in the penalty area. Dom's shot, brilliant block from Russ. He still can't get it away, and in the end, Green stayed. Well, he plays it against a Dom, so it might stay in play for Welling. It does on the right hand side. Lima's taking it off his teammate. Lima's got time to produce a cross. Instead, he squares it to Ādesanya, 30 yards out, central. City have got 9 men behind the ball. He's had to go alongside him to a Dom. Now Casarate in the box, holding off Greensay, trying to turn away. Casarate still got the ball near the byline. He's not kept it in play. I think he's looped it all the way out for a goal kick. City have scored many stoppage time goals in the last year or so. At the moment, they just want to keep them out. As Dom's got in behind. He's got behind Dyer, wide of the penalty area. Skipped the other side of his man, played it back behind Kamara, who can't get there. There's plenty of shirts in his way. Not back to Ādesanya, and brilliantly intercepted from Russ. Has he got more magic in him? He turns inside to Clark near the corner of the penalty area, slips one behind. Green's going to get there before Rains. Wellinger flooding players forward. A Dom drills it almost into Tanga near the edge of the box. Tanga shoots, charge down from Smith. It deflects back to Ādesanya. Still City defending for their lives. A Dom dinks it towards the far post. Casarate heads it back inside, loose. Hayfield takes the ball away. He's very composed in that position. And now Freer just approaching halfway. Credit to Welling, who've got numbers back behind the ball. Freer knocks a clever ball down the line. Wilson has got there before Bird. Wilson, if he tries to escape the Aussie, he could be in. He needs support. Wilson, he holds the ball up. He shoots just over the crossbar. That would have sealed the victory. It doesn't. It just misses. And it's a goal kick to the wings. Midway inside the Bath City half. Left of centre, now to Green. Tanga in room. He's going to run again at Rains near the byline. He's gone down. Nothing doing for me. The referee wags his finger and points for a goal kick. And I think he's right. And I think Tanga has gone to the ground very cheaply, and the City players are letting him know about it.
Absolutely, and they have every right to do that. He's gone down soft. He knows what he's doing there. He's trying to win the penalty. He's trying to pull the wool over the eyes. And given the way that this game has gone, you wouldn't have been surprised had the referee pointed to the spot.
He's indicating that the game must go on. The show goes on for Welling. Green on the left-hand side. Ball in his charge down from Smith. Referee not interested. Vaughan on the edge of the box. Squares it to Bird on the right-hand side. Where on earth has this time come from? Lima has got it on the right now. Back to Bird. There might be chance of Welling to get the ball in the box one more time, which Bird does so. It's a good ball. It's bypassed everyone, and it's gone out of play. And eventually, that's it. Bath City have held on to win by 1-0. They had to survive lengthy stoppage time, but a stoic defensive display after an early goal from Jordan Thomas on 20 minutes separates the sides. While Welling, I would say, had more possession in the final third, they were pretty lacklustre. City soaked it up defensively. They were immense. The players high-fiving each other, hugs, kisses all round, no doubt. They have coped in this heat wave. They have picked up all 3 points, and a performance like that, Matt, they're going to be very proud of themselves.
Absolutely, and fair credit to every single player that is on the pitch, on the bench, that's had to react to the circumstances and situations. Welling through absolutely everything at Bath in this second half, and just as they showed at Eastbourne, just as they showed on so many occasions, this team is so difficult to beat. And sitting there from a Bath City perspective, you have to think, wow, this team has got something about it. This team has got so much quality. You see the togetherness out there, the love that they're showing one another. That's a result and performance that has been thoroughly deserved by every single Bath City representative here today.
4 clean sheets this season. I mean, early season when we conceded all those goals. I mean, we conceded 6 of our 12 in one game against Western-super-Mare. That's 9 played, 12 conceded, which is pretty decent. Every player out there just put in such a shift. As they're doing a little dance at Russ and Dyer. They're going towards the visiting fans who are appreciating their heroic effort. It was stiflingly hot out there, and they coped through it. Welling United, yes, as I said, they had more of the ball, but sometimes away from home, you've just got to cope with it. You get bodies behind, so many inspired blocks. Ollie Wright didn't have too many saves to make. And I would say in that whole game, I can barely remember Bath City being carved open, which against a team, albeit struggling, Welling United, there's some decent players in their ranks, so that's another heck of an achievement.
Absolutely, and there's just, you can see Jerry Gill has emerged. He's down by the bottom of by the stand there, and he's pumping his fists. And he's pleased. That's a result that just shows a different side of this Bath City team. We can talk about the fact they score goals. We can talk about the fact they have quality up the front end of the pitch. But don't forget these guys that stand at the back. Don't forget Ollie Wright, who stands between the sticks. And it's just a really impressive performance. And you said it there, heroic. That's what it feels like. And ultimately, seasons like this, when a side's going for the playoffs and looking to be up the top end of the pitch, games like this define seasons, because you have to be able to win ugly. You have to be able to win when you're under the cosh. And that's exactly what Bath City have done today.
Thank you so much for tuning in this afternoon. Go out and have a water fight. Stay cool. Enjoy what's left of your weekend. Welling United 0, Bath City 1. We're off to have a cold shower. Goodbye.